of your own body. So in particular, the things are, like if I tell you to reach up over your head and you have shoulder problems, just go up to whatever level you can go at. If I tell you to go in position or hold position, if you don't want to hurt your knees, you just go to whatever level is good for you. You know, you want to make sure you're not hurting yourself. These are generally building up fluid in your body, letting fluid and energy move through your body and strengthening your lower body so you're more stable. But you don't want to hurt yourself in the process of doing so. So the other thing is, if you have blood pressure problems, if I tell you, for instance, to bend over and touch your ankles, you don't want to put your head below your heart, because when you stand up, you could pass out. So like I said, you're in charge of your body. You have to change the movements to keep yourself safe. All right, so what we're going to do is, I have about a 5-minute explanation, but I don't want you just sit there or stand there doing nothing. So I'm going to teach you a movement first, and then you can do the movement while I explain the other moves that we're going to do today. First thing we want to do is, we're going to walk through a gate. We want to go from our daily life to our practice time, which is for us, where we're going to improve ourselves. So we do that by pulling down the heavens. So you're going to do is, you're going to reach up. You're really stretching. You're trying to open up all the bones in on your joints. As you breathe out, you're going to come down and you're going to compress. So you're going to go up and expand. This is called pulling down the heavens. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Maybe you can hear all those people coming in. Like I said, everybody comes in at 10:02. Okay, breathe in one more time and breathe out. All right, we're going to open up. There's something called shake the 9 gates. The 9 gates are your major joints in your body. We're trying to open them up so energy can flow through and fluids. So we start that by shaking our hands really loosely. We're trying to get, as we get older, energy contracts into our bodies, so our limbs get weaker and have worse circulation. So we're trying to get energy and fluids to go to our fingertips. So we're starting just by shaking our hands really loosely. Now what we're going to do is we're going to start shaking our bodies. It's really loose. We're we're just going up and down. What we're trying to cause our skin to move over our bones to move over, our muscles move over our bones. We're shaking up our internal organs, this is to break up adhesion in our body. So that'll make the rest of our practice more effective, because energy won't get stuck, or fluids won't get stuck as we try to get them to move from one part of our body to the other. So we're just really loose, just going up and down, looking. So you're going to come up, and then you're going to bring your fingers up and throw the energy out to your fingertips. Okay, that was shake the 9 gates. These are 3 exercises you can do anytime during the day just to loosen up, to refresh your body. So what we're going to do now is, you're going to go from side to side. You're going to look over your shoulder, and your hands are hitting against your body. This is, once again, we're loosening up the spine. And then the twist is, because we're twisting back and forth, that's massaging our internal organs. These are just very simple wake-up exercises. After you've been binging videos for too long, you can get up several times during the day. Just do this, just to make sure your body's still working. The Chinese have names for everything. This is dragon shakes his whiskers. Okay, your chin's following your shoulders as you turn. All right. Next, we're going to reach. This is to open up our spine. So we're going to reach for the ceiling, and then we reach for the other wall. This hand can push in the other direction. So you breathe in, breathe out. Now you want to keep your shoulders, you're not twisting, you're keeping your shoulders as if there's a virtual wall behind you. So your shoulders are there, because we're trying to get our spine to go in a crescent shape. If you have disc problems, don't do this. We're trying to separate the vertebrae, plus on the outside of the body, We're stretching our nervous systems and our meridians to get the kinks out of that. And on this side of the body, we're squeezing and massaging the internal organs. So all these things look simple, but they have specific things you're going after. So we're going to breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out, and then breathe in, breathe out. Okay, so that's called a crescent pose because we're trying to get our spine into a crescent shape. Right now we're going to do something simple. So we have two different backs that we do when we do our movements. You raise up and look up to the ceiling. See, my back is slightly arched. That's a horseback. And then as we come down, we sink on our knees and we pull in our pelvis. We kind of push out our kidneys. That's called a turtleback. So you're going to go breathe in, horseback, breathe out, turtleback. Breathe in, horseback, breathe out, turtleback. If you get this going, this is called a dragon spine. Breathe in, breathe out. This is pumping spinal fluid up to your brain. Breathe in, horseback. Breathe out, turtleback. Breathe in, breathe out. So when you breathe in, you rise up slightly, look at the ceiling. You shift your weight to the balls of your foot and grab the ground with your toes. And then when you breathe out, you push out your kidneys, your weights, your knees are bending, your pelvis pulls in, your weight's on your heels, but you're still grabbing the ground with your toes. So you're always stable. We'll do 3 more. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out, and then breathe in, breathe out. Okay, so now we're going to do the same thing, but what we're going to do is when we breathe in, our hands are going to open up, our shoulder blades touch in back on the lower shoulder blades, and as we breathe out, our hands come back. So we're going to breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, the weight goes to the balls of our feet and our toes. Breathe out, we sink on our heels. Breathe in, we do our horseback. You've already learned so much stuff. Breathe out, you're doing a turtleback. Breathe in, breathe out. This movement, we're going up and down. You're not going forward, you don't want to go up. Your energy goes up and then you sink down. Your energy goes up toward the heaven and then you sink down to connect with the earth. So you're breathing in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Okay, so this is called standing on a boat. So you've already learned your first movement. Okay, so I want you to continue this. I'm going to talk for a minute. This is what I wanted you to keep moving rather than just stand there while I talk about what we're doing. So this is Chinese medicine, which is you're trying to get energy and fluids to circulate through your body. Your body is a set of pumps, but a lot of them don't work automatically. Your heart is a pump, it works automatically, but the other pumps in your body, like your calves, you need to do movement. And the whole thing is your body is a hydraulic system. You take in oxygen, it goes into your blood circulates around to the cells burn them, release waste into your lymphatic system, which goes to your lungs and it gets breathed out. Anyway, so keep doing this. So what we're doing is, right now, when we go up, we're clenching our calves, and then as we go sink down, we release them. So that's making a pump that's pushing fluids from our lower body into our torso, where it's taken to the lungs and released. So you have to do efficient breathing. If you don't, you're not getting enough oxygen in your body, so you're starving your cells. And also, if you don't breathe properly, you don't have enough oxygen, breath to breathe out all those waste. So your body's, all those waste are staying in your body. So this is actually the simple movement is like you're opening up, taking a good breath, and then you're breathing out, sinking down. You're releasing all those waste. If you don't do that, you're starving because you don't have enough oxygen, and you're constipated because you're not breathing out the waste. Okay, so that's the general thing. Now, you have different seasons. Every season you work on a different part of your body. So over the year, the journey around the sun, you've strengthened your entire body. Right now we're in the winter season. We're working on the kidneys and the bones. So what we're going to do today is we're going to do a kind of breathing which massages the kidneys. So it's called 3-sip breathing. So what we're going to do here is you're going to put your hands, you're going to have 3 chambers. So you're going to put your hands on your abdomen. You're going to breathe in, and you're going to just expand from your pelvic bone to your navel. Next, you're going to breathe in again. Second sip, you're going to breathe in from your navel to your heart, and then from your solar plexus to your neck. So you're going to breathe in, and then the third one, when you breathe in, you expand. In order to let your chest expand enough, you're going to pull your shoulder blades together. You want to pull the lower part of your shoulder blades together. You don't want to, otherwise, if you pull the upper part together, you're going to be doing this. Everything's shut up. If you pull the lower body, you open this up, you open your heart, push your heart forward. So we'll just practice that. We'll go through one time, and then we'll do 5 breaths. So you're breathing in, sip 1, lower body, sip 2, second chamber, sip 3, third chamber. And then we breathe out. We push everything out. You want to push out, and then if you do nothing, as you grow older, your internal organs go out and down, prolapses. So what you want to do is, while we're practicing, you want to pull everything in, and you want to pull them up. So you pull up your perineum. As you breathe out, you push everything down, compact everything, and then you pull up your perineum. So breathe in, 1, 2, 3, and now we're going to breathe out. So breathe in, 1, 2, 3, and then breathe out. And you're squeezing this in. All right, so we'll just do 5 breaths. 1, breathe in, breathe in, breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe in, breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe in, breathe in, breathe out. You're trying to get the maximum amount of oxygen, expand. You're trying to open up your lungs. Breathe in, breathe in, breathe in, breathe out. One more, breathe in, breathe in, breathe in, breathe out. Okay, so now what we're doing, we're working on our kidneys. So what we're trying to do is do our turtleback. Remember, we have our horseback and our turtleback. So what we're trying to do here is we're breathing in, 1, 2, 3, and then we breathe out. We want to sink down. We're trying to push our kidneys out, and we're trying to separate the vertebrae. So we're breathing out and going all the way down. We're opening up the vertebrae, but we're also pushing out, we're massaging our kidneys. This is a season where we're working on our kidneys. So we're breathing in, breathe in, Breathe in, then breathe out. Round your back, pull everything in, pull up your perineum, make a turtleback, and put pressure on your kidney. We're massaging your kidneys. That's what we're working on this season. So breathe in, breathe in, breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe in, breathe in, breathe out. Okay, round your back, push your kidneys out. And one last time, breathe in, breathe in, breathe in, and then breathe out. Good turtleback. It's both separating the vertebrae in our spine and putting pressure on our kidneys. We're trying to strengthen our kidneys. The next thing we're going to do to strengthen our kidneys is we're going to turn toward the back. We're going to massage this way. So what we're going to do is, I'll do it from the front first. So one hand goes back on your kidney, the other hand comes up. You're taking in air. Your finger's going to come, your thumb's going to come, and there's a point right here. There's like a hollow in your shoulder. And so what you're going to do is your hand's going to come there, and then you're going to look over your shoulder as you breathe out. And you're going to look. So this is twisting. We're twisting from side to side. That's kind of squeezing the kidneys. So we're going to go here. We're going to breathe in and then breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Now turn back as far as you can. If you can, look all the way over your shoulder, but otherwise just go as far as you can. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. One more, breathe in, breathe out, and breathe in, breathe out. So now in Qigong and Tai Chi exercises, you visualize things. So each season has a color. So we're in the winter season, it's blue. So what we're going to do is we're going to add a color and a sound. The sounds vibrate your bodies to help break up energy in your body, and then you can breathe out that waste, that stale energy. So what we're going to do is we're going to reach out. This time we have a big blue ball of energy. We're taking that blue ball and then we're bringing that to our shoulder. And then as we breathe out, we say a sound, which is C-H-U-U-U-U-U. So it's chew. So we'll do 3 of these. So I'll do a couple from the front. So you hear blue ball of energy. So you're breathing in. And then as you breathe out, you make the sound chew. Breathe in, blue ball of energy. Bring to your shoulder, and then breathe out. Chew. Here. Chew. Blue ball of energy comes to your shoulder. Look over. Chew. One more each side. Breathe in. Chew. Chew. Okay, so that's your kidney exercises for this week. So like I said, every season has, like during the summer, for instance, you're working on your stomach, so you do exercises to massage your stomach to make sure you have good digestion. Right now, working on the kidneys, you want to have your kidneys hydrate your body and take waste out. So you want to have strong kidneys. As we get older, you dry out. So you want the water system of your of your body to be stronger. Okay, the second part we work on in the winter is our bones. So what we're going to do today, what was the first thing we're going to do? Okay, yeah, we're going to, so one way, there's something called Wolff's Law, which says that when you put a stress on your body, if you stress your body, it tells your body, oh, there's a stress being made on your body. I have to remodel that part of the body. So what happens is, as we get older, we sit more and more, so we don't put stress on our bones, and so our bones turn to chalk. So what we want to do is strengthen our bones, and we do that by putting stress on our body. So the way we're going to do that is we're going to go in a sitting position. Now, we're going to do that by just, your feet are going to be about between, depending how low you're going to go, it's going to be about, let's say, a shoulder width and a half apart. You're going to go down, you're going to bend your knees. The important part is we're good because we're working on our femur. So we want to put stress on our femur to tell our body that, you know, not only our femurs, but stress, you know, it gets confused. So it knows it has to build up the muscles, but it doesn't know which ones. So it builds them all up. So the femurs are our biggest bone. So we want to stress that. We do that we want to go in a sitting position, and you don't have to go super low, but you have to bend your knees. You have to have some stress. So it should be on your muscles. You shouldn't be feeling it in your knees or your back, but you want to have you have to have your muscles, the large muscles of your legs engaged. That's putting a micro bend in your femur. Okay. So when you go down, when you bend your knees to go down, your knees go in the same direction as your toes. So if your feet are out, then your knees are going to go that way. I find that puts a stress. So some people find that easy. If you can, you want your feet pointed straight forward, and you bend, your knees go forward. But the other rule is your knees don't go past your toes. So your knees only go as far as your toes. Okay, and so you don't want to become misaligned. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're just going to take 9 breaths. So we're going to go, but first we're going to get in a sitting position. So if you want, you can just if you only go enough, like I said, you have to have your muscles, the major muscles engaged. If you can go lower, you can go lower, but you can't, your knees still stay. Don't go past, sorry, here, try to see it so you can see my feet. Your knees still don't go past your toes. So we're going to breathe in, we're going to do 9 breaths. Okay, we're going to breathe in. So you're going to stand up. So you should feel it in your legs. You want to get blood to go to your legs. You want to put stress on your muscles. This will slowly build up. If you can do this every day, you can start out with like 9 breaths. Maybe you can have 1 or 2 breaths a day until you get up to maybe 20 breaths. So it gets in. But you want to basically, we're standing. We'll do one more time. You're going down. The reason you're doing the breaths is that's, in some sense, is how you're counting. So we'll do 9 more breaths. Breathe in. Okay, then come back up. Okay, so that's Wolff's Law. You're putting stress on your bones every day to try to build up your bone density. Obviously, after doing it one time, it'll just be a small thing, but if you go every day, your body gets signals every day that it should be building up your bone density. Okay, the other thing we're going to work on to do bone density is, so these are, once again, you're stressing your system. So another way to stress your system is, I think there's some reason, one of the things they tell you for jogging, because it causes shock waves to go through your body. All right, so for this one, if you have any kind of problems, like if you have detached retina, or if you're pregnant, or you just had knee surgery, You don't do this one, you can just stretch instead. What this one does is you're going to come up, you come up slightly like you're doing standing in a boat. Your heels come up off the floor and then you dropping down. You're trying to make a shock. You don't want to have your knees locked when you're doing this, but so you come up and then as you drop, your knees are soft, but what you want to do is you actually want to feel a shock wave go through your body. So you're just coming up and then dropping down. And what you're doing is you're stressing your body. You're coming up and dropping down. Okay, so once again, only do this, keep yourself safe. But this is to cause, a shock wave to go through your bones and actually all your organs. It also sends a shock wave through and it separates adhesions in your internal organs, which are sticky from sitting around too many computer games. So we're just going to do a few seconds of this. So you're coming up, dropping down. So you're just doing it really loosely, but you're trying to, when you drop, you want to drop it because you're making a shock wave. So just going up and down. Once again, this is like to build up your bone density by putting stress. You're stressing your system. All right. Yes. Hopefully everybody has stronger bones now. It's the same thing. You have to do, if you do that every day, just for a few, a minute or two, several times a day, you can try over a year, it should build up your bone density. Okay, the final thing we're going to do is, I try to do 5 minutes of Daoist meditation. The first part, we're still kind of at level 1, which is called stacking your bones. That means you put your body in the right position to meditate. Later, you do visualizations. So it's because you want to have directed thought. But first you have to get in the right position. So we're going to have our feet about shoulder width apart. Our toes are pointing forward. We're grabbing the ground, or 60% are our weight, 70% are our weights on our heels. We're grabbing the ground with our toes. So we have a slight arch. Okay, our knees are soft, they're bent. They kind of can have a slight inward, you don't bend them inward, but you do kind of a isometric, like you've got a beach ball between there, like you're squeezing the beach ball. They're not caving in, you're not doing this. You're gonna hurt your knees, but there's like some pressure. You come up, your pelvis, you're more in the turtleback, so it's like your kidneys are pushing out. So pelvis is pulled under. We're working our way up our body. So you come up, you pull up your shoulders and drop them back because you want your chest open. So you're pulling somewhat the lower shoulder blades back so your heart's open while you're meditating. You want to feel like, your whole front's cracking open and energy can flow between you and the universe. You have your elbows are pushing out a bit. They often say you have like robin's eggs in your armpits. Okay, your chin is like you're holding an apple into your chin. So you're trying to pull up the top of your head. When you breathe, you're going to be opening up you're breathing with your abdomen. And then when you breathe out, we're doing the whole compacting, the energy that we've gathered. We're compacting your internal organs. Mostly we want to remember to pull up the perineum. So you're squeezing this way, you're pulling things in. Okay, so the only other two things before we get started are you want to have a small Buddha smile on your face. You want to pull the edges of your mouth toward your ears. This releases endorphins in your brain. And every month we have a different hand position every season. We're currently in the water season, so this is called standing in a river. So we're here, we have all the rest of our body all set. Our hands are out as if we're pushing against the current. So we have a isometric, we're pushing our hands against the current, and we're pushing our kidneys outward. So we have this direction of force. So what we're going to do, we're just going to do a few minutes of breathing. So we're going to breathe in with our abdomen. and then breathe out. Breathe in, shoulders are relaxed, chest is open, breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Okay, remember we're supposed to do some visualization. So what we're going to do, it's winter, so we're doing water. So we're going to breathe in from the center of our feet. We're going to breathe in blue energy. It's going to go up the inside of our legs to our kidneys. And as we breathe out, it's going to flow out down the back of our legs, back into the earth. So breathe in, blue energy up the inside of our legs. That's our kidney meridian. Breathe out. Down the back of our legs, that's our bladder meridian, the other water organ. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. All right, so we're going to come back. So what we're going to do is we're going to pull down the heavens again, because we're going to walk through that gate out of our practice sphere back into our regular life. So we're going to breathe in, you're reaching up. Breathe out, push the energy down. Breathe in. We want to take all that energy that we got and we want to push it into our navel. Squeeze as you come down. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Okay, and one more. We're going to breathe in and then breathe out. And then you congratulate yourself for doing